Sports cars that possess the so-called original mid-engine layout tend to be extremely expensive these days and are usually marketed towards the highest bracket of buyers. In this episode, however, we gathered the cheapest models currently on sale that still possess unique handling and driving dynamics attributed to the mid-mounting of the powertrain, but at the same time cost way less than a Ferrari. Bear in mind that the most affordable models are waiting for you down the list, so stay tuned till the end. Subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News not to miss the upcoming lineup reviews. Smash the bell button and let's start the engines. Lotus Evora GT. Unlike many of its major competitors, who tend to pack lots of high-tech features, the new Evora GT is all about fully engaging the driver and delivering precise handling. The model is built on a lightweight bonded aluminum chassis with standard Bilstein dampers or optional Öhlins race suspension package, while many of its body parts are made of carbon fiber. This helps to keep the car's base weight low at 3,175 pounds. The model is propelled by a 422 horsepower mid-mounted 3.5-liter V6 with manual or automatic transmission options, netting 317 and 332 pound-feet respectively. Its 0 to 60 time is 3.8 seconds, while the top speed reaches a maximum of 188 miles per hour with a manual gearbox. The GT is sold exclusively in North America, but buyers from other markets can get slightly less powerful Evora GT410 and GT410 Sport for around the same price. Alfa Romeo 4C Spider. With the likes of Ferrari and Lambo running well above 250k, the Spider is the only Italian-made sports car that can be considered remotely affordable. As an added bonus, the 70k 4C has a transverse mid-engine layout, which contributes to the favorable weight distribution of 40 to 60. Its 1.7-liter turbo 4-cylinder squeezes out 237 horses and 258 pound-feet of torque, sprinting the convertible to 60 in 4.1 seconds. Built on a carbon fiber monocoque, the 4C Spider has a dry weight of just 2,337 pounds, resulting in 223 horsepower per ton power-to-weight ratio. Unfortunately, the Alfa Romeo 4C Spider is not living through its best years. It has already been discontinued in Europe, and rumors suggest that FCA plans to exit altogether sooner than later. Lotus Exige Sport 350. Potent, lightweight, and relatively affordable. These are just a few reasons why the Exige family remains in production for 2 decades. Another one is that the British automaker delivers timely upgrades to keep the 2-seater sports car on track. The latest Sport 350 features a revamped front clam to provide better aerodynamic efficiency, while the rear wing and diffuser ensure even more downforce. The ultralight chassis boasts a plenty of fiber panels, which means that the Exige Sport 350 still keeps the rivals behind in terms of handling and strong straight-line performance. The latter is courtesy of a 3.5-liter supercharged V6 sourced from Toyota. The mid-placed engine delivers 345 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, enabling the charged coupe to sprint from 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. Porsche 718 Boxster. The iconic 911 might be the poster child for Porsche, but it is nearly 2 times cheaper 718 that should be considered a so-called people sports car by the German brand. The Boxster is its soft-top convertible version that was never intended to be practical, but rather to provide the drivers with a pure drop-top exhilaration. The perfectly balanced chassis has wide track and long wheelbase, while mostly aluminum suspension components keep the vehicle's weight low. Coupled with a direct electromechanical steering system or optional power steering plus, this Cabrio absolutely shines in the corners. The entry-level Boxster rides on 18-inch wheels and is powered by a mid-mounted turbocharged 2-liter Boxster 4-cylinder mated to a 6-speed manual to crank out 300 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. These specs result in 4.9 seconds 0 to 60 and 170 mph track speed. What is your top pick of this lineup of middle-engine sports cars? Review the entire episode before casting your vote. Like this video and let's get back to it. Chevrolet Corvette C8. For nearly 7 years of its existence, Corvette was a front-engine sports car. But starting from 2020, it finally takes on the mid-engine form once imagined by Zora Arkus-Dantov. The most anticipated supercoupe of our generation is powered by an enormous LT2 6.2-liter V8 that yields up to 495 horsepower and 470 pound-feet. This might is channeled to the rear wheels via an 8-speed dual-clutch by Tremec with no manual transmission option. The Stingray C8 is the first Corvette to drop the leaf springs. Instead, it supports all 4 corners on coil springs between control arms. As per Chevy, those Vettes equipped with the Z51 package can get to 16 mph within 2.8 seconds and will top off at 184 mph speed. Moreover, this $5,000 enhancement gives you Brembo brakes, performance suspension, electronic limited slip diff, Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, and Z51 specific front splitter and rear spoiler. Alpine A110. The 2017 release of the A110 sports car marked the revival of the French brand that ceased production back in 1985. Both in name and exterior design, the coupe followed in the footsteps of the original A110, so of course, the newcomer received the same mid-engine rear-wheel drive layout. Today, the two-door is offered in 3 trim levels: Pure, Legende, and the High Performance S. All come powered by the same 1.8-liter turbo engine paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch. Its maximum torque reaches 236 pound-feet, while the power output varies from 252 horses to 292 in case of the top A110S. The cheapest of the bunch is the Pure trim that rides on 17-inch wheels, gets all LED lighting, and features carbon fiber interior with 1-piece Sable Sport seats, a flat-bottomed sports steering wheel, and a 7-inch multimedia system. Porsche 718 Cayman. Disregarding the performance crossover Macan, the coupe version of the 718 is the cheapest Porsche that you can get today. Despite its nearly affordable price tag, you can still expect a pure supercar experience, ensured by the already mentioned mid-mounted turbocharged Boxster 4-cylinder. This two-door mirrors all the specifications of the Boxster model. So now, let's talk a little more about the standard and optional equipment offered by the entry-level 718s. The 7-speed dual-clutch PDK can be installed to improve 0 to 60 to 4.7 seconds. The Porsche Active Suspension Management continuously adjusts the damping force on each wheel, and the PTV torque vectoring operates in conjunction with the mechanical rear diff to enhance driving dynamics and stability. Finally, each 718 comes pre-equipped with a sport exhaust to enhance the already intense sound of its turbo mill. Lotus Elise Sport 220. The time must come when Lotus builds a sports car that one can fold up and fit into a backpack. But until then, we have the Elise Sport 220. The car sits on a super light bonded aluminum chassis weighing 150 pounds and gets a redesigned lighter front clam, lowering the car's total weight to £2,037. This means that the Lotus's cheapest model offers exceptional power-to-weight ratio of up to 257 horsepower per ton. The supercharged 1.8-liter four-cylinder delivers 217 HP and, thanks to the revised gearing, helps this Elise complete 0 to 60 sprints in 4.2 seconds. As always, this drop top is fitted with 16-inch front and 17-inch rear cast alloy wheels that are wrapped in Yokohama Advanced Sport tires. None of these models can be called affordable by any stretch of imagination, but these are still the cheapest that we could find. Was anything missed? Share your top picks in the comments below, and let's discuss which engine layout is superior. Subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News, like this episode, and proceed to watching other 2020 and 2021 lineups. We'll see you soon.